Well, I guess all that's left now is to put it together, right? So I cleaned out the cabinet, cleaned the safety plastic on the inside. I'm getting ready to put it back together. One little snag. I don't know where the speaker is. I'm sure it's somewhere safe and sound. I don't know where. I've gotten in the habit of hanging most of my speakers up on the floor joists, but it's not here. I thought maybe it was this guy, but no. This might do in a pinch for now until I can find the right one, if the hole spacing is right. Well, maybe that is right. That could be an Admiral part number. They tend to have a number than a letter, so I'm not going to discount that just yet. Although I'm pretty sure the proper one had wires coming off of it, because the amp has the leads cut off because they hardwired the speakers in. See, I also have some speakers in plastic tubs, so it might be over there somewhere. A little bit of advice: don't let projects sit for 7+ years, because this is what happens. Otherwise, I think this goes in the bottom of the chassis. These are usually missing. I think this is maybe only the second set I've encountered that actually had this part. And I do have the metal back. Those are the two things that are so often missing. Now, when you install this chassis on the bottom, the metal doesn't just sit on the bakelite. It's supposed to have a rubber pad. You can kind of see the traces of it here. I've been using plumber washers to provide a little bit of relief between the plastic and the metal. So I'll dig that up, and need some bolts too. So I'll start out with that, and then ideally I'll find this big. I'll take one quick pass looking for it. Otherwise, if these holes line up, I'll go with this guy. And they do. So yeah, if I can't find the right one, I'm sure this will sound fine. I'll hook this guy up. Alrighty, got the lower chassis installed with some rubber washers, and I got the Quam speaker installed. Just twisted for now. When the weather gets warmer, I'd like to paint that transformer. As for the main chassis, just reinstalled the IF shield, and now I'm getting ready to reinstall this guy, which goes like so and like so. And once that's attached, I'll slide this into the cabinet. Trying to install the main chassis, and I noticed some things, some issues. I have the control shafts lined up in the hole so that they're dead center, but the picture tube is not quite right. There's a little bit more of a gap on that side than on that side. I need to move it about 1/16 of an inch that way. And there are provisions on it. There are supports on either side that you can loosen. They have slots, you can move it a little bit. So remember, you need to move that way a little bit. Also, look at that. There's some schmutz on there. Remember, this is not the CRT that came with it. I replaced it. I replaced it with a CRT, actually from a set like that one on the top shelf way in the distance there. And in that set, the CRT was rotated 90 degrees so that this portion and this portion were covered up, and they had put some type of tar goo to cushion it and to keep it in place. I cleaned it off as best I could using alcohol, but there's still some left, and I recall that didn't want to come out, but I thought that it would get covered up and it wouldn't be a big deal, but I got to get it off. If I can't get it off, then I'm going to have to try to rotate the CRT so that it's obscured, but the high voltage connector right now is pointing straight up, and that's how the original was, so that the connector can connect onto it. If cleaner doesn't get it off, I'll try using a really light abrasive like Nobis number 2 or Scratch X. Actually, there's some up here too. It's even worse, so I have to get that off. There, I'll try some Scratch X first because I happen to have it handy. And here are the mounts I was talking about. So we want to go this way a little bit. So certainly this one can slide over this way. This one, I'm not sure if we've got any slack left, but I'll do what I can. We don't need much. There we go, a little more aggressive cleaning. Got it off. I did slide picture tube over a little bit that way. Let's put it back in the cabinet and see how it lines up. So how'd I do? Well, controls are dead center. Picture tube's clean. It's centered, but did you notice a little problem? Yeah. Picture tube is down too low. It's got a bigger gap, upper left and right. That doesn't in lower left and right. So those two adjustable slidey things, I got to squeeze them further together, which will push this up. Oh man, after more passes than I care to think about, I think it was 4 or 5, I'm happy with that. You gotta look dead on, and when you do, it all looks pretty darn even to me. So now to finish up some cleaning and put all the bolts in. And if you've never had one of these, it's not fun cleaning the speaker grill. That board behind is held on by push nuts that bite into the bakelite posts, so it's really tricky to get off. So unfortunately, to clean it, it's really tedious. It's just dusty, but yeah, a lot of that, and then get down in the grooves, get some Q-tips out. But it's worth it because, well, it doesn't look so good when it's dirty. Well, with the help of my trusty companion and a whole lot of Q-tips and a whole lot of Novus number 2, got this clean. After cleaning, I've been using some Oz cream polish on it. And there she is. Yeah, it's a lot of work, but I think it's worth it because when these are really cleaned and polished up, man, they are gorgeous sets. I guess all that's left is to make sure it works. Yes, the set is working just fine. In fact, I gotta say, with the improved 10 FP4 picture tube, this is one of the nicest early black and white sets I've ever had the privilege of restoring. Great bandwidth too, and then there's some little dots in here. Those are the chroma dots because this is a color broadcast we're looking at right now. Really good sound too. Now, I just got to throw out there that the set's for sale. So if you would like to own one of the nicest Admiral 24A12s you're ever likely to come across, please get in contact with me. Don't make that decision lightly, but I can't keep everything, and I actually do have some others that are in less good condition, and I would rather this pristine example go to somebody who's got more room and can appreciate it more. So that is going to be it for this restoration project. A very long time in the making. I'm glad to finally get it done. I'll leave you with a little bit of a tour of the cabinet. Oh, and for those of you who don't know, I am located in Chicago, Illinois. I am not going to ship this. Ideally, you would make it to my place to pick it up, or I could meet maybe somebody somewhere nearby. Potentially, if I still have it next year, I could bring it to the early TV convention in May in Ohio. That's going to be it for now. Thanks for watching.